We live?
We're live. I think
I
Southern
just
Ladies
woke
in,
up. We can't be live. You gotta
I
get me
think
on that.
Southern
Hold
Ladies
on.
in Mississippi. Southern Lady, are you in
Are you in
Mississippi?
Mississippi or Louisiana? Southern Louisiana. We're going.
I thought she was in Mississippi. Just
I
saying.
don't. I don't know where anybody's at anymore. I don't even know where I'm at today. I just know
He's half asleep.
I'm half asleep. Wanda just woke me up. Um, I crashed over there in the chair. Today has been Danny King Farm. Daisy. Oh man,
Oh, you
y'all look. We looking at real tiny writing on a computer screen here. We don't have our big monitor
see
screen up.
Mississippi? Didn't I tell you?
Okay, she's in southern Mississippi somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, she's in Mississippi. I thought so.
Oh, okay. South Georgia Hydroponics. Hey.
We hadn't seen you in a while,
Hadn't seen
or
you in
either
a
we
while.
missed comments because we're getting to see the comments right now because we're not real busy.
Yeah,
but it says we have 0 watching, and I know there's
we
more
need to
than
get all
0
the
people.
Mississippi folks together. I agree with that. I really do agree with that.
Oh, they have a place. I'm trying to talk Danny into going. He's not really wanting to now. What is it?
They have
Fulmer's?
a Fulmer's homesteading group going to be going on April the
18th
and 19th at Richton, Mississippi.
Yes, it's going to be a homesteading
They're gonna
get together.
They're gonna be cooking biscuits. I mean, they'll be doing all kind of stuff, making old things, using all the old ways of doing things over there in Richton.
And the canning and all kinds of stuff. Even having a steak dinner at night.
They're gonna have a steak dinner that night for $20. I think you got to pay.
Yeah, with music.
With music, yeah, good music, yeah.
So yeah, that's a place in Mississippi. If anybody's interested, at Fulmer's in Richton on the 18th and 19th of April.
Just off of Wingate Road.
From Michigan.
Oh, let's see.
Ad for Humbra on one computer and some other commercial on this computer. That's funny. We end up getting all kinds of chemical commercials. Hey, Miss B Lady, Quake Lake, Jim, Asher, Anna, Susan, One Lost Dude. Yeah, Southern Lady. It was in what paper did I see it in? Mississippi Today or?
It's in Mississippi Today.
I think that's the name of the paper.
It's in the Today paper.
Something that came in the mail.
It's called a Today paper.
Georgia's sending a big hello. Hi, Dolphin Man and Kevin.
Yeah.
Always New Times.
Yeah, cool.
Another Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
No, same Kevin.
Same Kevin, okay.
Oh, that's funny. If I click this, I know what's going to happen.
I know what's going to happen if you click that. We're going to lose our OBS screen. Nope, it didn't happen. Wow. Okay. We kept our OBS screen. Yes. Okay. It's been a busy day here, guys. I'm going to tell you.
Grizz loves us. He's got our live stream on 2 computers.
Well, bless your heart.
And Grizz, I am planting catnip this year. I found my seeds.
We have, we woke up this morning way before daylight. I had a tortilla press I had to finish making this morning. I had to get it completely finished because I didn't want it to get anything to happen to it. I got that done before daylight this morning. What did I do? I hoed the garden early this morning. Actually, we're already hoeing the garden.
I didn't know you hoed the garden.
Yeah, I hoed all the English peas this morning.
Bless your heart.
I did while you were sitting in the house. We actually built a fire this morning. For the last 2 mornings, it's been in the 30s here. And it's just crazy. I mean, you can look and see the little heater behind us. The fan is still going this evening because this big old house here, we don't have no heat in it other than this. And it didn't get over about 65 degrees today, and the house just cooled off during the day. So we had to build a little fire a while ago to kind of warm it back up so we could sleep comfortable tonight.
And it got a little warm, so now it's going out. Quake Lake, your spoons are on the way.
Yes, they have been mailed.
Do you know how much people love you both? Thank you, Dolphin Man.
I didn't know anybody loved me.
I didn't either.
Oh.
I saw somebody from New Mexico. I did see that. And Ohio.
That was old Mr. Charles.
Yes, Alabama gardener. So we've got quite a few.
Well, see, the Southern lady says it's been cold. I've got my heat on now. Well, this is our only heat, so that we've got ours on now.
Yeah, and it's nice and warm in here now. And then we have somebody is a Clovis site. I'm not sure where you're at.
Yeah.
Not heard of that one before. Yeah, there are a lot of new folks.
Yeah.
Your daughter says she loves you.
Oh, she loves me.
Yeah, and we had a visit from her this week.
Yeah, we had a visit from her this week. Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Unexpected. Matter of fact, what was I doing? I was burning Deep South Homestead in spoons, wasn't I?
Yeah, for Quake Lake.
For Quake Lake. That's what I was doing. I was doing Quake Lake spoons while she came up
When
here.
Jen came up, yeah.
Yes, which reminds me, I got to burn the logo on the top of that thing, and don't let me forget that.
Yeah, on the
tortilla press.
Tortilla press, yeah. He's still got the tortilla press to go. Okay, let's see.
All right. So anyway, after we got through hoeing the garden this morning, we had to turn the animals out, had to feed them.
Oh, I know what I was doing. I was working on my giveaway this morning.
Yes, she's working on your giveaway this morning.
I didn't get out early because I forgot about the giveaway, and I knew I had to have it done because we had company coming.
We had some important company coming today. Yep.
So I finally got the video done and uploaded, and then I went and fed my chickens and rabbits.
Yep.
And then we came in. No.
No, what else did we do after that?
That was it, because we had company coming.
We had company coming. Yeah, the company got here right when we got finished. The company showed up.
That's it. That's
they
what
showed
happened.
up at 9 o'clock this morning.
Let me show them my company.
Yeah, show them who actually came here.
Y'all just watch this.
Just hang on just a minute. Let's see if we can figure out who they are.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
This is who came to visit us this morning.
Yeah, one of them was extremely happy.
Yeah, Patty was just ecstatic.
Yeah.
And Tommy was, I'm not sure on that one if he looks happy or sad. Sure, Tommy he smiled a lot, but on that one he just was not smiling. And then let's see if I can show you the better picture. That one Danny had to pick on
I had to pick on
Patty.
Patty on that one.
Now she's smiling, but still, you see Tommy's face? We're just not really sure that Tommy's happy about being at Deep South.
Yeah, he had a good time though.
Yeah, I've got some video of him that he actually enjoyed his.
I think he's off out in the woods tonight, ain't he?
I think so.
I think they're off out camping tonight.
I think he's camping, but Tommy enjoyed his blueberry cake. I think Tomas did.
Tomas loved the blueberry cake. Tommy loved that blueberry cake you made. I mean, he stopped and said, "People, look, we just got to have a moment of silence."
Video coming up.
Yes, I'm sure there's a video about that coming up.
Yeah, and I think Tomas had 2 pieces or 3. I'm not sure. He really enjoyed it.
He didn't have nobody monitoring him there for a few minutes. He probably had more than that. We have Terry Ramey. What breed of rabbits do you have? We have the New Zealand Whites, and what's the other one we have? Just a crossbreed male?
Cross with the rest of them.
We have a crossbreed male with them, yes.
We have 5 more to put in the freezer. Hey, Scratch
made it on here.
We are looking forward to seeing you guys.
Yes. Look forward to seeing
Wanda,
you.
you're better looking. Next time, cover Danny's face with the photo instead of yours. I have no control over this because I managed to get the pictures up there. That was a plus.
Yeah, that was a plus.
All right, so we had Tommy and them come, and then we visited all morning.
Well, actually, today we finished shooting the segment.
Yes.
To Homestead Hearts today. That's the reason Tommy and Patty was down for a tennis game, and they decided while they were here to come on out and let's go ahead and finish shooting this Homesteading Hearts sequel that we've been doing. And I don't know if we're all the way to the end of it yet or not.
But we did 2 segments right now.
We did 2 segments right now, yeah.
And we may do more. It's just as we think of things that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And not saying our way's the right way, it's just our way.
It's what works for us.
Yeah.
And be looking for these videos this coming week, probably Wednesday to Saturday, somewhere in that period of time frame. We should have those videos up.
Kevin Neal says, "Where do we live? I'd love to stop by." We are in Perkinston.
Mississippi.
Send us a private message and either on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll tell you.
Yeah, I saw something about cotton back here a while ago.
Yeah, somebody asked how long for cotton to grow. And y'all really, I read up on that and watched YouTube's yesterday, and I honestly don't know the days. I know it's
a long, hot growing season. I'm sure it's probably 100 and something days. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's almost all summer because When my grandpa was planting it, it showed that he planted in April and harvested, I think it was late, just before fall. I don't know, August, September.
No, that's about 5 months. That's 150 days.
That's
so
a long time.
That's a pretty good. It's a
I
pretty
don't know. It's
pretty good length
it's
of
a
time.
lengthy thing. Somebody may know more than me. I'm just learning, y'all. I'm taking down notes from people that are sending me how to do things on cotton. Do you think it's possible?
You're crossbreeding a giant Flemish with New Zealand's. I don't see where it's a problem because our New Zealand's probably weigh what? What do them rabbits weigh? They 8 to 10 pounds each. Those big females.
Oh yeah.
They're probably 8 to 10 pounds a piece. So
Yeah,
I don't think
really
that you'd
big.
have a problem with them kitten, you know, if you did that.
Yeah, Quake Lake, y'all don't plant as early as we do, so that's part of the problem here. Southern Lady, she remembers the trucks going to the gin in September. Well, I actually remember my mom taking us when I was probably 6 or 8 to my grandmother's, and we watched them with the big trailer loading it on.
Yeah.
And my mom went and helped pick that year because they needed extra help. And it was, gosh, I know I was old enough to remember seeing the big long trailers that they were loading all the cotton into.
Gris says he don't need to pick cotton. He gets more than enough from aspirin bottles.
Yeah, if you take a lot of aspirin, you'll get plenty of cotton.
You think about spending some for a blanket. That's pretty cool. Well, once you get past a certain age and you start having heart problems, you know, they require that you take a baby aspirin every day. So,
but I wonder if that's really good cotton or if that's fake cotton.
I don't know if that's real cotton.
That's probably fake cotton now.
It doesn't look like the cotton we have.
I'd check it out before I used it for the real stuff.
Yeah.
I let it snow. Hello, Deep South. Watched for a long time. I have learned loads from you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Let it snow.
Is it snowing there? Just curious.
Becky says she has a bale of cotton in her living room.
A bale?
A whole bale?
How big is a bale, though?
A bale is huge.
That's what I was thinking. Like a cotton bale size?
Yeah, it's like a bale of hay. I mean, it's big.
Oh, I have to tell them our news, too. Josh Turner.
Oh,
How many
yeah.
of y'all know
Do y'all know
Josh Turner?
Y'all know our friend Josh Turner, the country singer. He has just recorded and released an album.
Well, he's been singing it for about a year.
Well, he's been singing the song, but he just released this album
called
Deep South.
Isn't that awesome?
If you go on Google right now and you Google Deep South, Josh Turner is going to be the first one to pop up, and we were right underneath him.
No, on YouTube.
On YouTube. We were right underneath him. Actually, I went to Google today, and we were right under him.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I Googled Deep South today, and we were right under him.
So, actually, Josh Turner's helping our channel really big time.
Yeah, it is a cool song. If we can figure out how to be able to monetize that song,
man,
we're going to use it on Deep South.
I don't know how we can use it, but if somebody wants to sing it for us, I might.
Yeah, Jen says she saw that earlier. Yeah, we've actually sent him some messages on his YouTube channels and all that stuff. I mean, you know.
I love it. I didn't know it. We had a lady send it to me, so I wasn't sure till she sent it. I had not heard it because we don't listen to country music or anything else hardly ever, except going down the road to town, and it hasn't been on yet. What is
somebody was asking about the organic Miller. What was that?
I don't know.
I just had a.
I knew you was gonna do that.
I know it, but I got to check here. Okay. Miller Organite Organic Nitrogen for your Danny corn. What are your thoughts on this product? I don't see a problem with it as long as it's if it's got a lot of organic nutrition in it. I don't see a problem with it. I mean, because literally, Danny corn has to have tons of nitrogen. I'm gonna tell you because this is some super corn that I've created. This stuff is just big corn. I don't
it's
care
grown
what you
well
say.
here. Mr. Rain made it great.
All right.
That's pretty cool. All right. So we want you guys to check out Josh Turner's Deep South, and y'all can leave messages telling him that he ought to come to Deep South and sing that song to us.
Go to Josh Turner's YouTube and tell him he needs to come by Deep South Homestead. Tell him he needs to pay us a visit down here. We'll collab with him on some stuff.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gotten down to that.
Oh, yeah.
let's see. We got to see our first Danny corn this week.
We did. We had a subscriber send us pictures. Actually, it was in one of their videos.
Yeah, Southern Ark Homestead.
Southern Ark Homestead had a video up with some of Danny corn already coming up in containers.
And it was so cool.
Yes.
It was up, what, 6 or 8 inches?
It's about 6 inches tall, I think. Yeah.
So we have
Not sure how it's going to do, but I mean, that's pretty cool.
Our first person to send us what Danny corn looks like growing somewhere else.
Chili Expat Family says, are y'all planting tomatoes yet? I have tomatoes about, what, 6 to 8 inches tall. I've been repotting them in my greenhouse. We've already got the tomato holes started. There'll be a video on that coming up this week, I hope. I'll show y'all how I plant tomatoes here at Deep South Homestead.
Okay, now Southern Georgia Hydroponics wants to talk about taters.
Can we talk about taters? As a matter of fact, that's on the agenda tonight.
That was on the agenda. All right, starting off with Irish potatoes. Our Irish potatoes, we have plants up this tall.
About 6 to 8 inches high, yes.
Then we have plants up this tall. Then we have some that are not up at all, that are just cracking the surface.
Just you can see the ground cracking around.
And today we actually planted some more in spaces because some of those potatoes that we weren't sure about did rot because Dan went and checked them.
I went and checked them. A lot of them did rot.
So just for a heads up, if they look funky and weird, they may not grow. just saying.
Danny and Wanda, is there anything I should add to my soil before planting Danny corn? Lots of lime to get the pH up to 7.0, Kitty, and you want to add plenty of nitrogen. That corn has to have nitrogen.
And Nick wants to know about where we get those big black containers. Danny has a friend that is a landscape guy, and when he plants trees, those containers had trees in them. And he lets us have all the big containers. So if you know someone in landscaping, ask them. Yeah. Okay, back to your potatoes.
Back to taters. Okay, we also planted our fingerling potatoes, and we have fingerling potatoes up
in containers.
In containers. We planted them both in the field and in containers. And to show you the difference, the ones in the containers are already 4 inches tall. The ones in the field have not even come up yet. So
yeah. So we have fingerlings ready.
Yep, the fingerlings are coming up real well.
Now sweet taters.
Sweet taters, okay. You know, a lot of people, you'll see a lot of different videos out there. I mean, I see this stuff all the time. Talks about putting sweet potatoes over in jars and putting toothpicks in them to raise your slips and then break your slip off and you stick it over in water and it'll root and all that. Let me tell y'all something. Unless you're just a hobby gardener, I wouldn't even consider that because here at Deep South Homestead, we put ours down in the ground. We put them in big black pots because we literally plant thousands. We'll plant close to 1,000 sweet potatoes. Now, if you're going to plant 10 or 15 sweet potato plants,
that works well.
That's okay to put them in a jar and stick them in a window. That's what I call a hobby farmer. But if you're going to raise sweet potatoes to eat for a living, you know.
And we plant a lot and we eat a lot.
We eat a lot. We plant a lot. I would just tell you go ahead and put them in the ground because if you put them in the ground, they're going to do 10 times better than they do putting them in jars. We already have.
When Off-Grid Nation and Off-Grid Kid were here, they helped Danny plant a couple of containers in.
We planted a couple of containers in the greenhouse, and they're already.
The slips are ready to go in the ground.
They're ready to go in the ground now if I wanted to because I mean they're already 6 to 8 inches tall.
How many? There's what? 50 or 60 or more slips right now.
There's probably close to 60 of them in the greenhouse. Yeah.
And we planted today the white potatoes from the Seed Carousel.
Yeah, from the Seed Carousel Package. We put the white sweet potatoes in the ground. We could never find out from Shalom Acres. He didn't know whether they were the Nancy Halls or what. I mean, that's a potato that my daddy planted when I was a kid. So I hadn't had any white potatoes here in years and years. So.
All right. What number of fertilizer do you use for your potatoes when you plant?
If you're going to use commercial fertilizer on Irish potatoes, I would use triple 13.
Now, Chile says they use pig poo. And I'm not sure, are you in Chile?
Yeah, he said he was in Chile.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
How long does it take for cotton to harvest from? I'm really not sure on how long it's
About
going to
100,
take.
about 150 days.
I think it's going to be several months.
Yeah, it's going to be close to 150 days.
This is a learning process for me. Do you think Danny corn would grow in zone 3?
Corn will grow anywhere. It's just a matter of how much fertilizer you get to it, because you have to understand about any seed. Now, whether it's a squash, whether it's it doesn't matter. From the time that seed touches that soil, there's X number of days on that seed to maturity. And if you do not have the nitrogen and the minerals and the stuff there that seed needs, you're not going to get there. I don't care if it says it takes 75 days for it to reach maturity, and you don't have the nutrition there in 75 days, it's not going to make it. It's going to tossle, or it's going to flower, or whatever it does before that time. You're going to actually lose out.
Is Danny corn a dent or a flint corn?
It is. I don't actually know if you'd call it a dent or a plant, because I actually created this corn through breeding over 20-something years. All I know is I'm not going to call it either one, because it's just a field corn that I bred up for cattle years ago, and I can't answer that honestly.
Let us know. Wants to know, is there anything we can't grow here? Yes, there are some things that
I don't know. We can't grow Brussels sprouts. It don't get cold enough.
They don't seem to. Yeah, and lettuce and stuff like that. We can grow that like in the winter months.
In the winter months, we can grow lettuce.
And right now I have some beautiful lettuce.
We got beautiful lettuce right now, y'all.
But in a month or so, it's going to go away. So it's just according to time. Grizz wanted to know, is there some type of potato? Grizz, well, you're asking sweet potatoes that grow in NW. What's NW? I don't know what state. You'll have to put it, because I'm having to think of.
I don't know what NW is.
I don't know. I may have read it wrong, Grizz. Tell me which state.
Okay.
And what if it was a sweet potato. And a view is a view. How are you enjoying your new home?
Do you use topsoil fit? What? Do you use topsoil fit container gardening? Do you supplement with any fertilizer? In our
Northwest, I got you.
In our containers, we mainly, over a period of about 2 or 3 months before we plant in them during the winter time, we just start dumping rabbit manure in them. We actually probably have half a pot of rabbit manure mixed with half of a pot of our own topsoil.
Okay. Do we grind Danny corn for grits and cornmeal? Yes, we do. And
come visit, and we'll let you turn the handle.
Okay, Jeffrey Weeks. What is the yucca plant that we have growing, and what is it used for? That is a natural plant that just grows on its own.
It's a natural plant that grows on its own here. It was grown by the native Indians when they were here.
Well, it just grew.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was just a wild plant, and here we call it. The old people here call it bullgrass, because it's just tough. They hung meat with it. They weaved baskets with it, different stuff like that. It just comes up in the wild.
Okay, Grizz says Western Oregon. So are you asking, are there any sweet potatoes? Will sweet potatoes grow that?
Western Oregon. It should, because they're not much off of our time, much off of our zone. So
yeah, some of that area is about the same.
Same zone. It should grow there, yeah. Do you break off the slip and put it directly in the ground? Once the slip has roots on it?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, my sweet potato book, I have a book that I've written that explains every bit of this, and it actually has pictures. In other words, when you break that slip off, you have to cut the first ½ inch off of the bottom of it, because that's where most of your disease from sweet potatoes originate from the mother plant.
Yeah, thank you, Quake Lake. It is running really, really fast. If you guys put a question and we don't see it, don't get frustrated. Just kind of put it again, because we're trying really hard to read them.
Susan, dent corn is, that's the reason I didn't want to answer that, because I don't know honestly, because I did mix some dent corns together. I mixed some flint corns together in order to be able to pollinate this particular variety and create it. That's the reason I didn't know whether I should call it a dent or a flint, either one.
All right, hi T. Brevin.
Corn, where can I get?
Brevin.
Janice, all you got to do is go to our Etsy store. We have Danny corn up for sale on our Etsy store. We have a moderator who could put up our Etsy store.
And his Danny book, his sweet potato book is on there too.
Yeah, my sweet potato book is on there, and her cookbook, and all the different books we've written is on there.
Right up in Vardaman area, they are looking for a sweet potato farmers from now until November. Yes, we had someone asked about getting Vardaman potatoes, and I can't find the message, so I'm going to say it on here where to find them. But we saw Gurney's. Is it nursery?
I think it's called Gurney's Nursery. Sells Vardaman sweet potatoes.
Yeah, sells them, and you could get them shipped. It was a lady asked him about shipping them to Alabama. So Gurney's is one place you should be able to look. And I'm going to keep trying to find her message, but I didn't find it right quick a while ago.
Yeah.
All right, I'm losing track.
Okay, besides the answer that Janice gave me on the nitrogen, what veggies needs a lot of it?
A lot of nitrogen.
A lot of nitrogen. Well, you want to be careful on your greens. Anything that's leafy green needs some nitrogen. You just want to be careful you don't put too much nitrogen, because when it takes it up, it can burn your stomach after you eat it. Corn, Irish potatoes needs a little bit more nitrogen. You do not want to put a lot of nitrogen on anything like a sweet potato, because if you do, you'll end up with all vine. Tomatoes need some nitrogen. They don't need too much nitrogen, because if you give them too much nitrogen, you'll have all plant and no tomatoes. Squash is basically the same way. Okra is the same way. Nitrogen is one of those things that you got to be really careful with. If you get it on the wrong plants, you'll end up with beautiful plants, but you don't end up with any produce on them.
Okay, we have somebody saying, would we be interested in the purple sweet potatoes? They're growing some organic slips this year and would be happy to send a few for us to try. Yes, that would be pretty nice, because we've not grown those yet.
I haven't grown any purple ones yet. We've got 3 or 4 different varieties here going now, so we're doing it.
Bell peppers love nitrogen.
Yes, your peppers do love nitrogen. Yes. I can't sit here and think of every vegetable right now, because it's just beyond me.
All right, Just Living is your guy on hogs. He's amazing. I've not heard of Just Living before.
I have. Can we make lemongrass tea from your Etsy store plant, or is it only ornamental? Oh,
yes, you can.
Yeah, you can use ours
You can use what I've got ground, you can use for teas and things like that. Yeah. And we've sold some of the plants.
Yeah.
I'll sell a few of the little plants, and you can grow your own. And the roots, the actual, right up from the root, not the actual roots, but right up from it, the little white stem part is what you use in Oriental dishes, I believe.
Yeah. Who's that? Let It Snow says, Deep South Homestead, I grow Brussels sprouts. If I grow Brussels sprouts for you, will you trade for some horseradish root?
I only have 3 pieces right now that Patty and Tommy gave me, and they just came up.
Yeah.
If I get some to multiply.
If we can get it to multiply, we'll work a deal out with you, but we just only got those 3 plants right now.
We just got those last month. So.
Okay.
Quite like I have.
Yes, you have lemongrass on the way. It was mailed.
Yes. All of it together.
Do we have any experience with coneflowers? I used to grow coneflowers here.
I have a bunch of seeds that
we got a pile of seeds.
We're going to try. Mr. Larry Tresh from up around Jackson.
Up around Jackson, up that way.
He brought me all kinds of mixed echinacea. He brought a lot of the red echinacea and some of the yellow. Mm-hmm. So I have a variety of it, and I'm going to be planting some just to see if I can finally get echinacea to grow here. That's one of my goals.
Yes, Mr. Charles, Go for Green has been canceled.
Yes.
Due to some issues that came up.
All right. Now, what are we up to? The cookbooks. I did my cookbook thing, and I mentioned it a while ago. The winner of my cookbook is PTL Homesteading. As of earlier, I haven't heard from PTL Homesteading, but if they will get in touch with me either on YouTube messaging or Facebook messaging on Deep South Homestead and let me know before Wednesday so I can send out their cookbook.
Okay, Logan's Homestead wants to know, have we planted our bush beans yet? Yes, we planted our green beans yesterday because there's only 6 days this month you can plant above ground crops, and that's Monday and Tuesday of this coming week. We've already had 2 of those days, and we planted on them. As a matter of fact, we have a video coming up for where we plant them in containers.
Okay, they're saying Gurney's will not ship sweet potatoes to Alabama for some reason. We did see that there are some states they cannot ship things to.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I asked Patty and Tommy today, and they didn't know either because they just knew, Vardaman, Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if ours grows and we have enough,
we can send some.
I'll send y'all some. It may be illegal, I don't know, but we'll do it.
We could wrap some slips up and have them there in a couple of days. They'd still go in the ground and still do. We'll see how those do.
Oh, update on Pastor Plaid. He's doing okay since surgery. He's back up going. He's doing good, as far as I know.
He's like us. He works a full-time job plus the church, and so he has lessons prepared for his channel. He just hasn't sat down long enough to get him all lined out like he wanted to. But he's working on his stuff. He will have some up shortly. Okay,
somebody's asking about the fireplace. How much was the fireplace, give or take? With the pipe and everything that went with it, what we spent about $1,800.
Probably.
Between $1,800 and $2,000.
No, it'd be closer to $2,000.
Close to $2,000, and it heats up to 3,000 square feet. It's a 152,000 BTU heater, and believe me, it does the job.
Yes, Grizz is getting jealous because he said he can't plant right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. You just have to move down south.
All right, Pine Ridge Homestead.
Susan Sauce. Wait a minute, hold on.
New subscriber. Thank you, Pine Ridge.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Susan Sullivan, remodel and all? No, that wasn't the remodel and everything.
No.
That's just the heater and the pipe. And that wasn't everything because I already had the thimble to go through the wall. I already had the bracket on the back of the wall. I already had the T.
Yeah.
If I'd had to buy the T
we reused this pipe and that.
Yeah.
All that is not new, so we
the
didn't
whole
have to
job.
that.
The whole job would have been close to $3,000.
Yeah, I would say pretty close.
It has just about bankrupt me and Wanda right now.
We got to sell a lot of cookbooks.
We got to sell a lot of stuff to pay for this thing, man, because we got some notes now we got to get rid of.
Am I going to try and spin cotton? Well, this cotton that I have right now, Dirt Patch is headed back this way. She'll be here in the next week or week and a half.
Yeah.
And when she gets here, I'm going to see if she knows how to spin cotton, and she does wool and different things. So we're going to see what she can do with cotton. So maybe a video coming up if that happens.
Now this Vogelzang, Loretta actually makes about 5 different ones of these heaters. Some of them only heat 1,000 square feet. Some of them heat 1,500 square feet. Some of them heat 2,000 square feet. So if you'll pull up Vogelzang.com and look, this is the Ponderosa. It is heats 3,000 square feet. You might find one there that might fit your needs a whole lot cheaper than this one. Who? Mike is in there?
Yes.
YouTube!
He's going to get a kick out of that, Mike. You know that. Hi, Mike and Jenny.
Hey, Mike and Jenny.
And they still have their contest going on where they're giving away a whole supply of stuff. And we have some seeds in there.
Yes.
And one of my ebooks is going to be in the whole mix that he's giving away. So y'all still have a little time to get over to Mike and Jenny Pratt's on Pratt Family Homestead and check out their giveaway.
Hey.
Contest, whatever.
World Without Rule of Law. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't that fun, Pam?
That was fun. Yeah.
I can see you doing that.
I can see you doing that too. Man, Pam, you need to do that on one of your videos where we can watch it.
And then you need to send it to Mike and Jenny so that they can.
Yes.
They can see if you win their contest. It would be pretty cool. All right. So we're up to. I'm trying to run through my list, guys. Where are we at? What time limit?
Okay, Just JR says, I already got a sweet potato book. I just received the cookbook. All right,
Yeah.
I'm glad it came through good.
The conference. We have a conference
We have a conference coming up May the 6th.
Y'all, this is going to be an awesome conference. I'm going to tell you because I was thinking about this today. It's the Great Appalachian Homestead and Conference in Crossville, Tennessee on May the 6th.
Yes.
You have Patera from Appalachia's Homestead. She doesn't leave her homestead except to run to town, doctor's visits, things like that.
Right.
She stays on her homestead. You've got Starry Hilder.
Yep.
She works, but yet she's not far from her homestead at all times.
At all times.
She doesn't do a lot. You've got J. Noel Zero. He doesn't go very far from his either.
That's right.
You've got Danny King that does not leave this homestead very often. Y'all, if y'all want to see some amazing people that don't go hardly anywhere, y'all have to go to Crossville because this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be on. Actually, me, Starry, John, Patera,
Old Alabama
Gardener. I don't know if they're going to be on the board with me.
So.
Is she going to put them on the panel with me?
Mike Pratt.
Mike's going to be there.
Jim Buckenmeyer.
Yep, Jim Buckenmeyer. So, we got a lot of people. I can't name all of them. There's going to be a pile of them up there. We have the elite of the elite.
Country Meat City in May. Yep, you're right.
I mean, this is going to be one awesome get together because look, the people that's actually at this conference is the real deal.
Yes.
That's the one thing I want to say about this conference. Everybody there is the real deal. They show you on their YouTube channels how things are done. There's nothing fake there. I mean, it's all real. These are good people. Yes, Starry's.
I think Starry's out of snow.
She's made it out of the snow. It's already.
Then I have some. There's the Aldermans and Sweet Tater Sugar Daddy.
Sweet Tater Sugar Daddy. Yeah, Tommy named me Sugar Daddy today.
Yes, y'all have to know Tommy's been calling him Sweet Tater King. It's not that he is the king of sweet potatoes, even though he is, but he's naming him Sweet Tater as a nickname and King because our last name is
King.
Yeah. And then today he started calling him Sugar Daddy because we raised sugar cane.
He realized that I actually cooked sugar cane syrup here today, and he's like, oh my God, he saw the mill, he saw everywhere that we're going to be doing the process, and he goes, not only are you the Sweet Tater King, you're also a sugar daddy. And I told him, I said, well, it looks that way.
So Tommy's having fun with these nicknames, y'all. So, But yeah, so Crossville, Tennessee in May, you guys can get your tickets on Everbright. Check out they're on Facebook. It's called the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference. There is a page on that has a link to Everbright for tickets, also for information on where to stay, sites to see, all that kind of stuff.
Jennifer wants to know, does that make you a sugar mama?
I guess so.
I guess
I like candy. I like candy.
This woman here is a candy freak.
I just bought 5 sticks of candy, a chocolate from Eugene.
Yeah, she's a chocoholic. There's a lot of different holics in this world, and she's a chocoholic.
Yep, that's it. So the conference, you guys, make sure you want to go. The seed packet. We got
the carousel seed package sent to us. We had not really asked for it. I mean, it had been asked by several different people, and we told them, said, no, send it to somebody who probably could use it. But after you've been asked about a dozen times, finally you just say, okay, go ahead and send it, So Shalom Maker sent it to us. We actually opened it up, and I actually got a few things out of it that I think I enjoyed. I got the cowhorn okra out of it from Alderman Farms, which we are going to be planting here, because if you can plant okra this long, where's my fingers at on the screen here? This long. If you can get okra that's the wrong hand. If you can get fingers okra that long and it not be tough, I want it. So I said, okay, I'm going to plant that. We took out the sweet potatoes because I did not have any Vardaman here, and I did not have any white ones here. So we took those out. We're going to be planting those. A couple other things we took out. We took out something from Shalom Maker. Tobacco, because tobacco is great for worming animals. And if crap hits the fan and there's some kind of life-changing event takes place, we want to be able to worm our animals, because I messed around and got my wormwood gone. And now,
and I want wormwood.
She wants the wormwood back, and I took it all up and got rid of it.
So I've got to have wormwood.
So we're going to be planting tobacco. Plus, tobacco's a good bartering thing. You got people who can't help themselves. They have to smoke. If a life-changing event happens and ain't no way for them to smoke, hey, you'll be able to barter with tobacco, man. May not have all the chemicals in it, but it will be tobacco.
Somebody's asked about All God's Children. I have the All God's Children link in most of the descriptions, I think, of our videos. If you scroll down under the description, I think the link is in all those. It probably is tonight when this goes live. Or not live, but goes into a repost.
Jeffrey wants to know, how high does your Star of David okra grow here? It grows tall enough. I'm 6 foot and I can reach an 8-foot ceiling. And it grows way over higher than I can reach. I have to bend it over to pick it. So it gets pretty tall. Okay, we hadn't even talked about any of our videos. Our night is almost gone.
Yes, we have, but we're working on it.
Okay, what else?
We did a growing video showing all the things we have growing. We've got a lot of green stuff. We got
a lot of videos coming up this week about planting because we've planted a good bit of stuff,
and
y'all.
The video we had this week was of all the things that are growing. We've done a walk around the place.
Actually, today we walked around our place looking.
Yes.
We have huckleberries that are green, that are already bigger than the big ones, than the ripe ones we picked last year.
Somebody wants to know how many conferences are held during a year. I really don't know, but I do know this is Patera's
second one.
She had one last year in April.
They said in a year.
I know, but I'm saying this is the second year she's had it. So this is a new thing, I guess, in the last couple of years.
I don't know.
And there's going to be one in October in Virginia, I think. So I know those two.
There's 2 or 3 conferences going to be held.
But Mother Earth Newsmate has conferences and places like that too.
Well, we don't have any dogs or cats or anything. We don't allow them on our place here, so we don't have to worry about animals getting near our tobacco. If the neighbor's dogs gets over here, that's their problem. It's not ours.
I thought it was Eventbrite, not Everbright. It probably is Eventbrite. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head what it's called, but Eventbrite. And you can find that on Facebook on the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference.
Our winter is 3 days long. Suburban's correct. That's about right. Okay.
We're talking about carpentry. Okay.
Yeah.
Night.
Country.
Z-A-S-T-A-V. I don't know how I'm saying that. Zastava. Night.
Good night. Yeah. I'm glad you stayed up and helped watch some there.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Is there a place that lists all conferences? Somebody was supposed to be working on that, Chicago Homestead, and I'm not sure who it was, but on Facebook, if somebody puts something up, I'll throw that over on our Deep South at some point when they do. But I know somebody was going to try to find out about all conferences, even like Mother Earth News and all this, and make a big list.
Best pollen plants when raising bees. Any suggestions? Fruit trees. Actually, during the summertime, we tell them don't even leave no bees on our place here because we've learned that in the summertime, the bees don't do any pollinating. The best pollination time for bees is during the spring when our apple trees and peach trees. Now, corn is pretty good for bees as long as you don't have any GMO corn around you where they're spraying it with all kind of toxic chemicals. Bees love corn, honeybees do, but they mainly feed in the wild, on wild stuff.
Night, Southern Lady.
Clover, red top crimson clover is excellent for honeybees. Any of your white clovers or red clovers are all good for honeybees.
Mr. Rain says they grow gills and webbed feet where they live. Because it's raining all the time. All right. Clover does fine.
Yeah. Clover's great for honeybees.
All right. So the first thing we started out with was the Dutch hoe the end of last week or the first of this week. I don't remember. I kind of mixed my days.
I don't remember. My days I'm like J0 here, y'all. I don't never know what day it is. I don't ever know what date of the month it is. I just know when Saturday she pokes me in the side and tells me, we got to do a live stream tonight.
The Dutch hoe, we had Miss Teresa here.
Yeah, she came by.
And Danny had never seen that hoe before. And so I went ahead and videoed him, and she wanted to know how to
Her deal was she come by because she wanted to know how to sharpen her tools, and I took her out and showed her how to sharpen them.
And she actually did a good job.
And she did a real good job herself. I wanted to take the file away from her and do it myself because I'm just that kind of person, but she insisted on sharpening that thing herself. So I told her, I said, go for it.
He is going to do some more All God's
I do have another All God's Children coming up. I just got to find time to get it done.
Okay. If you build it, they will come. That was your controversy for
that was my controversial video. I had a bad day that day. A lot of family issues going on.
Not me and him.
Not between us. We don't have any problem between us. I had family issues on my side that I had to deal with, and
it's hard when you have to.
It's hard when you have to make hard decisions. Yeah. It's called tough love sometimes, and because of that, I had to do my porch time that day. I told Wanda, I said, man, I don't want to do this porch time today. I said, but it's Tuesday. I've got to do it.
Type A personality.
And what happened to me, my old business side came out in me, like when I used to run my companies, and I was always stern. I was always strict all the time. And I kind of let my guard down for being kind. And, and I started being who I used to be.
That person doesn't come out.
That person doesn't come out hardly anymore since I've shut my companies down.
The South will rise again, grow more food. That's it.
I like that slogan now. I like that.
We might have to change it to Deep South will rise again and put it on a T-shirt.
We may have to do that.
And y'all, we are working on T-shirts. I have a guy working on T-shirts, and hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so, we're going to be able to offer Deep South Homestead T-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm anxious.
We're anxious to have that. We're waiting on the logo to come through. If he pulls it off, we're going to have Deep South Homestead T-shirts for sale.
Yes.
Is there a plant that you can plant that will keep deer out of the garden? Rosemary. Rosemary is one of the best ones I found to keep deer out of the garden. They do not like that stuff. Lemongrass is another one.
Yeah. Bee Lady, actually, it's parents instead of children.
Oh, it's not children. No. No, we don't
have. Our children are pretty good most of the time.
Our children are pretty decent. If we don't want to talk to them, we just don't answer the phone.
Jen, don't take that personally.
No. No, it's actually elderly people in the family that I've had to deal with.
Yeah.
Susan Sullivan says the Deep South has risen. Yes.
So.
Yeah, but B Lady says the North won, but remember that's only because I better not say that.
We were asleep.
Yeah.
Because the South is so laid back.
Yeah, we're just so laid. That's what I told Julianne when they were here. I told them, I said, she goes, y'all are just so laid back. We're always just we're tense. And our eyes are Googled out all the time. She said, because we're always in a hurry. And she says, we get down here and y'all are like, oh, well, if we don't do it today, we'll do it tomorrow. How can that be? And I told her, I says, well, it's long, hot days here. You just tell yourself, you know what? I don't care if I get it done or not.
Susan said rain's coming our way. Yes,
yep.
I think we're going to have some.
We're going to get it
maybe
tomorrow.
Or soon. It's coming this way. Okay, the next video was saving dollars and still eating healthy. It costs so much to buy things in the grocery store.
We can't do that. We don't have any money.
well, but people are having to, they want organic.
But there's a lot of people out there that do.
And it costs so much. But Danny and I have found that by planning what we do, and I did the videos showing you some of the ways we eat, and I'm going to continue to do a video along on different things we eat. But for that week, I showed you breakfast, dinner, and supper for a week. Yeah. And then I calculated up what it cost, and we are going to the grocery store sometime this week, and I'll probably do a video on just about what we spent to put back. It's not going to be a lot of prep stuff. We didn't need any of our prep stuff. Anything that we got for prepping, like
for prepping stuff. No, what we did.
We didn't even dig into that.
Since we had the money that I had set aside got cut back, $200 a month, and that was our grocery money. We only had like $400 allocated for the whole month, and now we have to live on $200 a month for our groceries. So what we done was we went into
survival mode.
And we're going to be there from now on, looks like, because.
But we didn't get into our prepping stuff.
No, we didn't get into any of our prepping stuff. We just strictly ate from canned goods. And matter of fact, every meal we ate was predominantly, what would you say?
Half
to
Some of it was all.
Half to 85 to 90% raised right here at Deep South Homestead.
Now, we had some meals that everything was from here except for the salt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That was about...
Y'all, there were some comments went by I didn't get. I saw them go by. Just repost them again, and I'll see if I can get to them.
We thought that was pretty good. If you're going to eat organic and you don't have a lot of money, if you can raise some portion of what you have, that's perfect. I don't care where you live. A lot of people think Danny's telling you need to move and buy a lot of land and plant a lot of stuff.
No, that's what. Now, if you're going to try to have a whole pile of animals and survive, you're not going to do it on an acre or two.
Yeah, you need to
But if you want to just raise enough food to feed your family, yeah, you can do that on an acre.
Yeah, and to have some kind of food that you raise saves you in the grocery store, because when we go to the grocery store, it kills me because the food is so expensive. So we raise most of what we eat.
Yeah, we raise most everything we eat.
Meat is our downfall.
Meat's our downfall right now because we're not raising enough meat animals yet. We're quickly getting there with the rabbits.
The rabbits and the chickens this month will be up to par with them. Yeah. Beef will be the next thing. If we'd managed to harvest a few deer, we only got one.
We didn't get one this year.
If we had pushed it and got 3 or 4 this year, then we wouldn't even worry about beef.
Yeah, we wouldn't have worried about the beef at all. Somebody asked, are we going to do any more canning videos? Yes, we'll be doing some more canning videos. They said they canned carrots today. We actually have a whole other bed of carrots, but we're just actually eating them raw right now. We decided rather than can them, we're just going to eat them raw.
Miss B Lady says in the north they have to work really fast from May to August, and then it's winter.
Well, she's not lying to you, because when I worked up there, that's exactly right. That's it. Yeah,
we are trying to our suburban with chickens and rabbits. That's a good plan, because
that's a good plan in a small area.
In a small area, you don't need a lot of big animals, and those work. Man, our rabbits in less than a couple of months went from 4 rabbits to 22 or 4.
20 something of them, yeah.
I mean, 2 rabbits had 18 babies. Y'all, that's a lot to me.
Yeah,
so
16 Janice says they raise most of their food, and man, thumbs up to you, because I'm gonna tell you, if you got a small homestead, like an acre, 2 acres, something like that, half an acre, rabbits and chickens are really the way to go, because the rabbit fertilizer is cold, the chicken fertilizer is hot. They don't take up a lot of space. They produce eggs, they produce meat, they produce fertilizer, and you can actually keep them in a very small, confined area, and you can actually grow a lot of vegetables with that stuff.
Lost Dude said he thought that we had dogs with antlers. Basically, that's what they are. Y'all are big deer.
I've killed some here that weigh 200 pounds, but not all of them. The one hanging in my office was about 212 pounds, I think.
The average is,
but the average deer here is about 100 to 150 pounds is the average deer here.
Yeah. Okay, so we up to the seed.
Let's go ahead for prayer requests. Go ahead and put them up there, because we have a few prayer requests we need to mention tonight.
Yeah,
let's go ahead.
The seed carousel. Did you mention where it's going? No.
No, it's going to Teal Family Farms when it leaves here. Y'all, if you haven't went over and seen Sam's YouTube channel at Teal Family Farms, I urge y'all to go, because look, Wanda and I are downing our YouTube subscribers that we subscribe to, because we're realizing that there's so many of them out there that's just not real. They're fake, and I'm beginning to pick up on that a lot. But Teal Family Farms is the real deal. Shalom Acres is the real deal. I'm going to do a shout out for these two, because look, I've been watching them here lately. Haven't commented a lot back and forth with them, but Sam has a voice that's out of this world for singing. He's a young YouTube guy getting started off. He needs support. He needs subscribers to kind of get him up off the ground and going. If you like to hear singing, go listen to this guy. This guy's got a wonderful voice. Shalom Acres has got a lot of content in his videos. I binge watched his cellar thing the other day, where he built his cellar, and the guy done a fantastic job on building a cellar. So if you're interested in putting in a cellar, go to Shalom Acres and watch his cellar videos.
Yes, because when Danny did our cellar, that's been since Katrina, but he wasn't doing YouTube, and I wasn't out here. This has been several years ago, and he didn't know to video and do. But now Shalom Acres has it step by step.
He's got it step by step. I think he's got 13 videos.
Yeah.
Okay, our people we're going to pray for. Let's get them up.
Lisa
Booker is having knee replacement surgery. I want to keep her in our prayers this week. She's not going to be able to garden this whole year because of her knee replacement surgery.
Your family.
My family. And there was somebody else I told you.
Some special requests.
I have some people that I've talked to that's having some problems. I'm not going to mention their names because they didn't give me permission to. They're doing real good right now, but I still want to keep them in prayer. Let's just say it's a unspoken prayer request. God knows my heart, and I want to pray for them. And I see people coming up here with breast cancer and all kinds of things, back and leg pains, sarcoidosis. My mother, lady, had sarcoidosis. That's actually a Mediterranean disease. I'm very familiar with it. I have a neighbor up the road who has sarcoidosis. I'm very familiar with that problem. Asthma. I see all kinds of things.
John Tonson's mother. Her mother. I'm not sure if that's a her.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things. And look, I'm going to go ahead and pray because I don't want to get into any of Zach's time. I want to be able to have a little bit of time here to actually go before the Lord because that's something that we believe in doing here. Heavenly Father, Lord, we want to come to you tonight. Father, we just want to come before you humbly, and we want to approach your throne with humbleness, but yet with boldness, Lord. Father, we want to say, first of all, forgive us for we failed you and our fellow brothers in Christ. Lord, just give us a clean slate here so that when we go before your throne, there's nothing that will hinder our prayers now. And Father, as you look down upon this YouTube listing tonight, these people in this chat room, Father, they've put up all these requests. There's no way I'm going to remember them all, but God, I know you're the great physician. There's been so many requests here tonight. I've been watching the chat as I've been speaking. Lord, there's a lot of hurting people out there. There's a lot of people that's got a lot of problems, Father, and you know about these problems. And I'm going to ask you on my behalf, because the Bible plainly teaches us that if a person prays for another person, then that prayer will be heard for them. If a righteous man prays for another person, Lord, I'm not calling myself righteous, but before you, because I am a born-again child, I am righteous in your eyes. And I am lifting these people up, Lord. I'm asking you to heal their problems. I'm asking you to comfort them. I'm asking you to meet their needs. Father, if there's strongholds in their life that they can't beat, addictions of any kind, I'm asking you to go in, Lord, and remove them and give them victory over them. I'm asking you to give them victory over Satan any way that you can in their life, Lord. And Father, I'm asking you to draw them closer to you so that we can all be one big family, Lord. I look forward to sitting beside so many of my brothers and sisters in here. I may never meet them face to face. They'll always know what I look like, but I never know what they look like, Lord. But Father, in one day in heaven, I'm going to be able to sit down with them and we're going to be able to talk. And I thank you so much for that. And Lord, I pray that you'll continue to help our channel to grow because you know all we want to do on our channel is to edify and to glorify you. And Father, we want to do that through gardening. We want to do it through farming, any way that we can, livestock, raising trees, Lord, any way we can edify and glorify your kingdom through that, then I ask you to do that for us, Lord. Father, we love you and we appreciate you. Zach's coming up after us here. I want you to bless his channel also, Lord. And Father, we don't want to get into any of his time, so we're just going to take this time right now to say we love you and we appreciate you. And thank you for being our God. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention one thing Danny did not mention a while ago when you were talking about sweet potatoes.
Yes.
We're going to have a playlist on our channel that is all sweet potatoes because we did things from beginning to end on sweet potatoes. We have planting the sweet potatoes for slips. We have planting the slips to make sweet potatoes. We have the harvesting. We have canning them. We have cooking with them. I have a video, all things sweet potatoes. So I'm going to put all those in one playlist. So if you're wanting to know anything about sweet potatoes, you can go to our channel and go to the playlist and look for sweet potatoes. And it will all be in one group because we're not going to make all those videos again this year. Right. We're going to do some of the videos.
We'll do some highlights of those videos, yes.
But in order to see what Danny's talking about with the sweet potatoes, All of them will be in a playlist.
Okay, y'all. We're fixing to get off of here because we don't want to get into Zach's time. We love y'all.
An American Homestead.
Zach at An American Homestead will be up next. He's a great guy, got a great channel, good friend of ours. So y'all go over and watch him, and we're going to get off of here and say, hey, we love y'all. Thank you for watching tonight.
Bye, guys.